Michael is Guilty. Movie by Mel Gibson, Warner Brothers, showing me Michael is guilty. He's a collaborator with Steven Spielberg, and he's meeting with Spielberg in shadows and making deals. It all adds up, and I even told Michael, and Michael, this video's for you. Everything you do always is in synchronization with Steven Spielberg and George Lucas. Same with Dick Strong. Everything you guys do is always in sync. And these wounds to Spielberg by General Electric and what's in the Wall Street Journal, we're not critical to Spielberg. And the continual abuse of law enforcement against me, you never get in the way. Everything comes together against you, Michael. JFK won't work with you. And that's a big signal to me. And the reason is that's communicated to me is that you're double crossing me, and if you're working with Spielberg, you're double crossing me. So I mean, it's pretty scary. I mean, I trust you with my heart. I give you affection, and I'm getting tickets and thrown in jail for riding a bicycle without a light, or not signaling on a bicycle at night. And I know you have the power to stop these things, and you're not. I know you have the power to give me a job. Now you're trying to get me to take a job at Apple. But now I don't feel like I can, because, you know, what Mel Gibson just showed in his movie, you're part of the Spielberg group, and all the things that I just said, if you weren't, wouldn't be happening. And it's hard because you took friends up to, you know, outer space. And what are you after? You after me to be codependent, a slave? That's what Spielberg's after. It's very clear you want the same thing, Michael. You're not valuing me for my independent free will, and you're not protecting my independent free will when I can. So it's kind of, I mean, there's almost no escape, Michael. You can't escape this. It's everything you do is always in conjunction and collaboration with Spielberg. By everything they want is what you're in synchronized alliance to. Spielberg and Lucas want me out of Denver, and they want me to be miserable until I'm out of here. And sure enough, you have means to stop that, you and Dick, and you don't. Leni Riefenstahl, Warner Brothers, looks like the group I belong with. I'm making a video so you can see it and think about what it said. You know, it's just amazing that what JFK says is what's shown by Mel Gibson in this latest movie. So it's kind of weird. I mean, guys throwing rocks at me when I'm sleeping. You know, police corruption, and Senator Bennett was shown in this movie to be bought off by Spielberg, and you're with Senator Bennett. So his name was Pine in the movie, and then they named a guy named Bennett as a corporate king of, I forget the name of the corporation, but his name was Bennett. It's like the name Bennett was thrown in there to show me that Senator Bennett isn't going to do anything for me. He's been bought off. So that, again, that's another warning point to me, Michael, that you're double-crossing me. So, I mean, I don't want to be with Stephanie. I don't want to be in Wisconsin. You haven't done anything to make any change or different feeling from me. You haven't motivated any type of different feelings regarding that. So it's pretty obvious the only people I can trust are Warner Brothers, Choles. I can trust Choles, and Leni Riefenstahl, and her group, who's the preferred group for me. So, I mean, what I'm reading in the Wall Street Journal doesn't really mean anything. If Dick Strong and Michael Levine are working for Steven Spielberg, then everything I've been reading is maybe a legitimate shift of power away from Rush, but Spielberg isn't being defeated. So, and as I said, everything that you do, or Dick Strong, everything you guys do always serves the benefit of Spielberg. He's never obstructed or stopped or defeated. So, you know what? I don't want to be involved with Spielberg. I don't want to be involved with Stephanie. Trolls want me to be involved with Stephanie. So, Warner Brothers and Lining Riefenstahl is the only way for me to go. This law enforcement thing with these tickets for the bicycle, I mean, you give me a public defender, he's a state public defender, I go ask him to help me in Westminster, and then he says he can't help me in Westminster, it's out of his jurisdiction. It's a real oddball. It looks like a feint of wanting to help me, Michael, and that's been recurring with you. Like when you do this phone call thing with me to warn me, it's really not any type of an effort that I could decode as a signal to help me. You know, if you wanted me to be defended against law enforcement, illegal law enforcement use, like cops, FBI agents targeting me to give me a ticket that they know I can't pay, you could have just gave me a job at Micromedics. And you didn't, but you can give me a job at Thompson in Wisconsin. So that clearly shows that you can give me a job here and you won't. So, you know, all the Hitler websites and all that and everything, it looks valid, but then when you're working for Spielberg, as the movie shows, JFK, I know, isn't in collaboration with Roland Emmerich or Mel Gibson, says the same thing. Michael, I won't work with Michael because he's double-crossing. He's a double-crosser. So, what am I to say, Michael? I'm saying, Michael, if you're not double-crossing me, you should help me as I need to be helped, and that means money. That means payment for damages. That means a lawyer, so I can sue Rush and I can sue Steven Spielberg. That's what it's going to take. Otherwise, no, I can't associate with, beyond what I am with your group. If you want to work from a distance without being personally involved with me to establish what's on the Adolf the Great website, or establish Germania in Germany, I'll work with you from a distance. I'll work with you from Lining Riefenstahl's group, but I'm not going to come to Wisconsin. I'm not going to be involved with Stephanie. You're letting me... Again, the thing from JFK was you're letting me being beaten and hurt. My vital resources are being kept from me. You've had the power to stop that. You've had the power to make sure that my vital resources are granted to me, and you didn't, because you want me to suffer if I'm not going to do what you want me to do. That's the key right there. If I don't do what you want me to do, Michael, you'll let me suffer when you could have stopped the suffering. Diabetic, need insurance, need a doctor. You know, you let me be chased out of Denver Health. Went to try to go to People's Clinic. Same thing happened there with Rush chasing me out. It's like you're fainting. Like, you know, Rush and Spielberg are going to stop me